Hello, folks. He'll be right back. I need different glasses to read the comments. He went to get them for me. How's everybody tonight? We have Evelyn. Hello, Evelyn. Saying hello, friends. Dustin is at the park playing pickleball and playing at the park. It's so hot. Yes, it is hot. I was out at 9:30 this morning taking a walk, and I was like, it wasn't too bad then. It was in the 70s. Lynn says, hello, Cindy, Brian, and all.
Hello, Hellraiser.
And there's Dustin again. And you can't tell me I haven't mentioned your name or read your comments this week because, you gave me grief during the week. Lynn saying hi to Dustin, Evelyn. Hello, Amy. She didn't say hi to us, but she said hi, Lynn, Evelyn, and Dustin. And Brenda is here. Good evening. Hope you're having a good day. Hi, Brenda. There it is. Hi, Cindy and Brian. I was just busting your chops, girl. Hey, Lynn. And there's Sherry. What the hell, Razors? Ready to raise a little hail. Yep. Karen, Florida Sunshine. Hello from stormy Florida. Woo, it's been raining off and on here, too. Brian is here saying, good evening, everyone. Hello, Brian. Hello, Karen P. And Dustin again, Mr. Keto Simple. Good evening. Hey, Brian. Hi, guys. Sherry. Hello, Sherry. The other Sherry. This Sherry, I haven't even stepped foot outside yet today. It's 106 on my patio in the shade. At least no humidity. Yeah, without a doubt. Sitting in the car for a few minutes with the AC running. Wasting gas, but cooling down. We keep ours running as much as possible. Hey, Sherry. Evans says, hello, Brian and Cindy, Lynn, Dustin, Brenda, Karen, Brian, Amy, Sherry. Oops. Jim said, tell you hi, too. How is he doing? Carnivore Dan is here. Hello, Dan. Brian says, hey, y'all. Lynn, Amy, John Gagan is in the house, or Gugahan. Hello, Cindy and all. Hey, John. Debbie's here. Yes, it's been stupid hot. I saw your picture you put on Instagram. Walking across that bridge. Cooking some bacon. I went out to eat today at a local breakfast joint and asked for them to cook my eggs in butter, lard, or tallow, and they said no. What? Whoa. I have had no problem with that. We've gone to IHOP and I've asked them to cook my eggs in butter. And I can see the butter residue on the plate. And that's crazy. I would have walked out. I hope you did. Hello, Dan. Because they should accommodate you in every way if they want your business. Hey there, Dan. It's 82, but it feels like 90. I don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. So I decided to get moving earlier today before my stomach had time to start messing around. John G. Seriously, my pups want to swim, but I think I'll wait till later after the sun starts to set. Yeah. Guinea Pig is the star of this show. Yes.
Never. No.
Always. He's actually going to join me on Friday also, along with Dr. Ann Childers. I'm going to mess up her name before I find out how it's actually pronounced. But a lot of the talk is going to be about dystonia. So that will be an interesting talk. Good evening, Deb and John. 22 QCat. Hello, Dan. Long time no see. I'm sure. Why did they say no? Exactly. Bob Evans no longer has butter. Wow. Well,
Huh.
you had to bring your own. Say, here's some butter. Cook it in this. Evelyn, hello. Hey, Nancy. Hello, Cindy Bryan and all our hail raisers. That's right. That's right. That's crazy, Evelyn. Evil Lynn. I've not been there in years and years. No. Tanya is here. I'm a chef, and waitresses are afraid to ask. Ha! Do you give them grief, Tanya, if they ask for something specially made? Yes, MF today, tomorrow regular ketovore, and a lot of bike riding. Yeah, I saw you. You're not doing any of the sugar diet anymore. Hey, Tanya. Evan, I used to ask for butter that they kept in the refrigerator, but they stopped carrying it. How can they be farm to table if they don't have butter? You're right. That's crazy, crazy. Evan says, hey, John, I'm PSMF today, too. I have been eating very little. Today I had probably the most that I've had in a few days.
Yeah, that hasn't been much.
Like 2 days ago, I had 2 hard-boiled eggs and 2 string cheese. The cheese had mozzarella. That was it. The next day, yesterday, I had, what did I have for first meal? I don't know. But then I ate 2 slices of keto Hawaiian bread toasted with some peanut butter on it. And that set well. That was good.
You finished off boiled eggs yesterday, didn't you?
That was the day before. I don't know what I had first meal. I don't know. I've got it documented. Grass-fed margarine. Yum. I do not deny anyone because I understand. You are awesome. Where is it you work? Because I'm coming. She said because they only had butter, individual packets. I thought about buying a spray can of avocado oil and saying, here you go. I'm telling you, I would pocket your own butter. That is absolutely crazy. Hello, Nancy. I'm off PSMF right now. Amy is doing carnivore. Hey, Evelyn. Hello, Brian and City. I was just reading an article about the Mattel toy company having a type 1 diabetes Barbie. Hashtag stop it. That's just stupid. You know, I'm probably not eating today. It doesn't pay to eat in the heat. I think that's why I got sick. I had what was it?
Ice cream.
Was it on the 4th?
No.
Then it was the next day.
Next day, it's 5th.
We had ice cream for dinner, and then I went out immediately for a walk. And I got so sick that night. It was bad. It was bad. Doing strict carnivore to mix things up. Yep. I have 72 hours fasting right now. When are you going to break your fast, Dan? I've done 72 hours before. Hey there, Jerry. Hey, rocking keto. Amy. Done with the sugar diet since it doubled my triglycerides. Yeah, after seeing Harry's results, whoo, that's scary. That's crazy. But at least you found out for yourself. You tried it and you got results you didn't want. But yes, I'm like, wow. I had my coffee. We've been off running around. Now we're at the park and won't be home until after 8. Well, you should be out walking, buddy. Jerry, I paused your videos to watch Cindy. Well, I appreciate that. And I know you'll go back to Jerry's. So proud. Yep. I'm sorry, what again? Protein sparing modified fast. Modified fat. Fast. I don't know. Protein sparing modified fast. I believe that's what that stands for. It's where you eat a very low fat, moderate protein, very low carb day, or high protein, low fat, and non-existent carbs. Yeah. I don't know. Protein sparing modified fast. Yep. Protein sparing. No, it's protein sparing. So I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. What How does that even work? Now I've done low fat, which is really hard to do. But I've done it. Well, Evie, thanks, Karen. Protein sparing modified fasts. Yep. High protein, low fat. There you go. That's what I thought. But then protein sparing makes it sound like you're eating less protein too. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Tanya, your name makes sense now. Amy, you should have said just cook them in the bacon grease. There you go. That's a thought. As long as they have bacon. Show Dustin how is the keto brains. Has he even tried it yet? Hello, Tanya. Nancy said just got home from Hope and Andy's. Oh. Andy and I went and played some pickleball. It was hot. It's always hot in Florida. Hello, Kay. Dustin says, I put it in Chandra's coffee Monday. She had me add heavy cream. A full scoop was not enough. Well, you got to doctor up coffee if you're going to drink it because it's disgusting.
Nope, not at all.
We're a private German club. Okay. Oh, here comes an order. You can be my guest anytime, Cindy and fam, if you are in Southeast Pennsylvania. Well, we'd probably go through it at some point. Going to New Hampshire. A private German club. Interesting. Hi, Tanya, Jerry, Kay, and Nancy. Okay. I'm going to try it tomorrow. See? Jerry's been asking you almost every day. How is it? Amy, hey, Evelyn, Lynn, and Amy. Excellent, Dustin. I was gifted a rebounder, trying to learn how to do it without losing my balance. Yeah. It's interesting, actually. Mine has a bar on it, so, I can hold on to it because, I didn't want to fall. I guys just got home from watching the baby. How is she? She's not a baby anymore. She's getting to be a big girl. Chicken breast and egg whites. Now, I've never understood not eating the egg yolks because that's where all the nutrients are in eggs. That blows my mind. Andy. Hi, Andy. No, I do that a lot without trying. You're sparing the protein while being low fat is the protein spirit modified fast way that Emmerich has developed. Protein sparing modified fast way that Emmerich's developed. Yep. Sparing the protein while being low fat is the protein sparing modified. Yeah, I just read that. So he typed it twice, trying to make me think I'm going crazy. I did tell the cook to cook my eggs in the bacon grease, but not sure they did. Yep. You can only do the best you can do when you go out. You can ask for things. It would never stop me from going out if I want to go out.
Nope.
I obviously this week we did go to McDonald's. That's what we had. Yeah. We had McDonald's and I had 2 quarter-pound patties with 1 slice of the cheese. Only because they screwed up my order, but that was fine. We had each ordered 2 patties, both with cheese, and we both got 2 patties and one of them with cheese. So it's all good. Whatever. Scariest thing is a lot of diners deep fry their bacon in soybean oil. Oof. Deep fried bacon sounds really good, but not in that. I put butter in my coffee. Private German club. Andy and Susan are all about German things right now. Aldi of Sold. Hi, Lynn. is higher protein, a set small amount of fat, so that vitamins are soluble and up to 10 grams of carbs. It helps spare your muscles by keeping the proteins high. Aldi. Thanks to all who watched and commented on the video. You're welcome. I don't know if I think I commented because I was walking and listening. I'm a creature of habit. Hard for me to change my coffee. You're a creature, all right.
Ooh.
Andy, love to see your video today. Carl and I say it should be muscle sparing protein fasting. Yeah. It's like fasting without sacrificing protein. It mimics a fast without sacrificing protein. High protein, low fat, low carb. Got it. Glad to see you doing videos again, Andy. Yep. This one has a bar on the rebounder, but they didn't use the bar and threw it away. What? Uh-oh. Mommy and Daddy are now baby hungry because you're right. She's almost 2. Yeah. I still eat egg yolks on PSMF days to lower the fat. Gotcha. Hello, Debbie. Tell Jerry we said hello.
Yep. Hello.
Hi, Debbie. I'm trying to get through these comments and they keep coming, which is great. Actually, Emmerich didn't develop it. Bodybuilders in the 70s and 80s did. I can't remember the guy's name, but I'll find it. It's all right. No, Debbie. Hi, Nancy and Debbie. Nancy and Lynn. Debbie. Nancy, bend our knees and low jumps. Yeah. Or just walk on it. You can do that too. Lyle McDonald was the bodybuilder. Wouldn't you know? McDonald. Hey, Debbie. So, what was new this week, Brian?
A little bit.
A little bit?
So, had a doctor's appointment about my head.
A doctor's appointment.
And went in, tried to get a little fix on it because I'm kind of a little worse. And lo and behold, she accepted me to show up because my battery in my system is getting a little low. So we're going to change.
She accepted you to show up?
She expected me to show up.
Yeah.
I can't talk.
No, it's good.
But she's, we're set to go in on the 30th of this month.
For surgery.
For surgery. I'll get a new battery and a new system in place. And a little bit more they can probably do with it and see if that helps. But because the battery is low, kind of affects me a little bit more than usual, but I deal with it. A little tougher, but I get through it. No biggie. Just another
Except for
day.
your meltdown the other day.
Yeah, my meltdown the other day.
We were talking, you guys know, I worry about this man constantly. And I watch him, and it makes me crazier than it does him. We were I was in the garage, and I'm walking out of the garage, and he's right behind me, and he just totally broke down, and I'm like, oh, crap. Now what am I going to do? Because, if he's going to cry, I'm going to cry, and it's not going to be pretty, and it's like, what? And that was before that was after the doctor's appointment. But like he said, he goes in July 30th for surgery to replace the battery that is in his chest that helps control the movement. This time they're putting a rechargeable battery in, which should last about 15 years before it would have to be replaced.
Depending on how much power you use, yeah.
Right.
Give or take.
But what they say is the battery he has now, at about 0.02% less, he would be getting a message that his battery is low and it's due to be changed.
I got that.
It was low, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. We went to the doctor last Thursday.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It was it happens pretty quick. It's just the little meter that I got, the little phone thing, iPod, it just, if I click on it to make a change, it'll pop up. Last time it was like, time to change the battery. It's like, uh-oh, They didn't waste no time. They get you in, get you out.
And I could see, definite changes, and he had been trying to tweak it. Well, when a battery starts running low, it is horrible. Yeah, so we go in on the 30th into Lexington for that surgery, and it's outpatient thing. They open it up, take the battery out, put a new battery in, and this is a new manufacturer from the one he has now. And that person, the representative from that company, is supposed to come out and talk to me while they're prepping him. They'll be in the surgery, in the operating room, and then they come back out and talk to me afterwards and let me know about the device and everything else. And it's just been a stressful few days. And I've had some kind of stomach bug. It's still trying to get steps in, and it's just a lot going on.
A little bit more, but we ain't going to discuss that problem. There's other issues we got going on.
Family stuff?
Yeah. Family stuff. We're going to leave it out because it's just
it's crap. Crazy.
Just
it's crazy.
Garbage. Yep. But
you get screwed when you try to help family. That's all it is.
We bought myself a bike yesterday coming in tomorrow, so that'll give me a little exercise around the neighborhood. I can pedal my butt off.
As long as you don't fall on your butt.
Fall.
I've had enough of you falling to last a lifetime.
Well, that's why I get the mirrors for it that way there. If I have trouble looking left, I can look in the mirror. I'll see a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Still be
careful. I know why you got them.
And no dominant spondylitis, so I know how far I can go.
Cindy O is here. Say hi, Cindy and Brian. Hi, Cindy. You can always ask for basted eggs. They are cooked in water only, no oils. Yeah, like... what are those called? Poached eggs. Yeah. Your favorite niece is watching too. Hello, Amy. I'm unable to comment on my phone. So what's wrong with your phone? Hi, Jerry. My Jerry said, tell all of you hello. Hello, Jerry.
Hail to Jerry.
Juliana's here. Hey, lady, bad thunderstorm here. My doggy is shaking bad. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'll do that next time, Evelyn. Thank you. Hello, Debbie Savings and Jerry. Juliana said, I'll be praying for you. You got this. He does.
It's easy. I get my happy juice. Night.
And let me tell you, this man, oh my God. I will record him again if I can. When he has to have a procedure done and coming out of anesthesia, he is a nut more than ever. He's like crazy. Absolutely crazy. Frankie Dwayne, Lyle McDonald was a bodybuilder. Is that Ronald's brother?
Probably second cousin on his mother's side.
Why not his father's side?
Who knows? Don't know what he looked like.
It's the same last name. It would be father's side. Hi, folks. Hi. Hello, Joe. Brian, Jerry, and I pray everything goes well with your surgery. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, John. Just praying for you guys. Good Wednesday evening. Hello, Brenda Foley. Hello, Joe. Thank you, Cindy. Praying. You're my thoughts and prayers, Brian. You are so strong-willed and have such a positive attitude. He does.
Have to. That's how you get through it.
He does. Friday's live stream will be really, really interesting because I had asked her. She did a talk on the low-carb cruise, and thank you so much, Andy and Michelle Hall. I know she's not in the chat, but they told me about the Dr. Childers. I don't know. And that she had mentioned she has dystonia. Well, Andy talked to her on the cruise. Michelle talked to her on the cruise. And I messaged her. I said, would you be willing to come on a live stream with me? And I told her a little bit when I have them and everything. She picked the 11th. I was like, immediately. She said, yes, I certainly would. So then I messaged her back. I said, would you be willing to talk about, because she's into the nutrition aspect of things, but she's an adult a child, adolescent, and adult psychiatrist, and has done so many other things. I actually put her bio she sent me in the description for that live stream. And I asked her if she'd be willing to talk about dystonia. She said, absolutely. And I said, do you mind if my husband joins us? Because he has this. She said, yes, that would be wonderful. She said, there is not enough information out there. So that should be really interesting. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm feeling a little better. Yes. Yes. My stomach started acting up this morning, but it was like, still got to go for my walk. It's all good. And I still have 4,800 steps to go today to get to the 10,000. But as of now, I have 10,000 for the last 2 days. So I'm good. I'm not going to sweat it. Prayers for a successful procedure. Thank you, Amy. Cindy, so how does the rechargeable battery get charged? Plug into the wall. Yeah, we'll just plug him into the wall.
Plug me into the wall.
There's this thing that they just lays on his chest.
It's like a little magnet.
Yeah, and it charges it that way. But that's funny. I can plug him into the wall.
I can either spend about 15 minutes a day, or I can spend about an hour and a half once a week. It's my choice, but and I can do it anywhere. If she's driving, I can do it while I'm in the car. It don't have to be in the house, so
just keep that battery away from any computers.
Yeah, wow.
Those are powerful batteries.
I've got one for this one. It's big. It's strong.
That's powerful.
But we got to bring all that back when we go in to get the surgery done, because I got to turn my system in.
Yep.
I'm going from.
I'm turning you in for a new one.
She's trading me in. That figures 5 minutes.
Not on your life. You are just stuck with me. That's all there is to it. Brian, we'll be thinking of you the day of your procedure.
Yeah.
Cindy, you're awesome. Well, thank you, John. So are you. For sure stressful. Pray for smooth sailing. It's all good. Prayers to you, Brian. Technology has definitely improved over time. Hoping that all goes well with the battery replacement. Oh, you ain't the only one. Because without this system in place, and we've talked about this before, with that little iPod, if I really wanted to get him back for anything, I could turn that sucker off. He wouldn't be able to walk. That would be so mean.
I could crawl. I would crawl. You wouldn't get away.
It would be horrible.
I'd hunt you down.
But no, on a serious side of things, he had to have an MRI done before he had because they wanted to see where the placement of the leads were. Because this surgeon,
replace the first battery.
Right, this surgeon isn't the one that did the surgery, because it was somebody in Massachusetts when we lived in New Hampshire. So he wanted to do an MRI to find out exactly where the placement of the leads were. And, they turned that thing off, and it was like, holy crap, get this man a wheelchair, because he could not walk. It's just incredible how this has helped him. And knowing it's a constant progressive thing, we're just hoping and praying that this battery is a better source of energy for him, for a lack of a better way to put it. And that, because I see the changes, and I've been after him, I'm telling you, how many times? You think it's time to call the doctor and get in?
No, it was time.
Oh, man. I tried weeks, if not months ago.
Timing is everything.
It was... He was getting frustrated, and I could see it. I mean, I could see the symptoms, and it affects his eyes. It affects his speech. It affects so many things that it was like, do you think it's time to get to the doctor? Finally, he calls me and he says, we're going on this day. And I'm like, okay. I keep the calendar. My phone is my calendar. It's my recorder. It's everything. So we just went, like you said, last week, and she told us the strength that was left in the battery, and it was like, holy cow.
Yeah, she was actually ready when we showed up because I think she can see what's on the battery without me being there. So
Mhm.
they were ready. They had everything set up, and she took about 10 minutes, went in the back, and they gave me the date. She said, "All right,
Surgery date was
yep,
set like that. It
no
was
time at
like
all."
went down for lab work. Just everything was all squared away.
I do got to tell you, though, I've been quite blessed with the doctors I've had. The ones back in Boston, back in New Hampshire, or Massachusetts, they were awesome. The lady that was taking care of me, she was really, really good too. And these two more that are just awesome people. It's amazing. I've been very lucky.
Yeah, you met me. That was probably the
Head get a
worst
little
day.
big there.
That was the worst day of his life, I swear.
What was I thinking?
No, he's a good guy. Lots of people here tonight. You're right. It's so great. Praying for you, Cindy, also. Thank you.
Hit the
I'm-
thumbs up button.
Share, subscribe, become a member of my channel. That would be awesome.
Do it all.
Yeah.
Get it done.
Do the things. Do the things. Hi, Evelyn, Nancy, and everyone.
The guinea pig orders you to do it. Get
Woo,
going.
dang. That's some forcefulness. See what happens when he talks? He gets mean. Hi, Juju. He's got the easy part. Cindy has the hard part. Yeah, he'll be out cold, and I'll be in the back. Like, what the hell's going on in there?
Yep. Then
What the hell? Hi, Cindy. Oh, Joe. Whoa. Where'd it go? Good Lord.
Oh, it's alive.
Holy crap. I'm just messed up the chat. Oh.
Which way you were?
Who's watching? Date comma. Oh, no, I got my mouse. I hate this thing. There's the McDonald brothers. Thoughts and prayers, Brian, are so strong and willed. I'm sorry. I messed up in the chat. My mouse went, oh, there it
It's
is.
caught up with
Found it. Found it. They say if you go out happy, you wake up happy from anesthesia.
it.
I'm going to tell you, anybody that's in my keto support page on Facebook, this man, if you haven't seen him, he's been posting positivity things before I even get a chance to get out of bed. He's been posting a lot of stuff in there, a lot of little positive little comments and stuff.
Nothing better to do at 5:30 in the morning when you got to take the dog out.
That daggone dog, I swear.
He's an alarm clock. He's getting a little early some days, though.
Whew.
Sometimes I roll over and say, nope, later. Next day, when he gets going about a half an hour later, starts barking, like, all right, got the hint.
The real and first Ronald McDonald's last name is J. They are not related. Wow. That's misleading. So shouldn't it be called Jay's Fast Food? Ronald Jay's? Whatever. I was coming out of surgery when I had miracle ear reconstruction. My husband was deployed. My bestie was with me. The male nurse kept asking me questions. He asked me my pain scale number. I replied. Now I got to find it. He said, that's Jenny's number. I want your pain scale number. I replied, I'm a happily married woman and I'm offended. That's great. That is funny. Amy's phone will not show the chat or offer a comment space, but we're both listening. Is Amy subscribed? Because you got to be subscribed to comment. So there's that. Rick Wynn. Hi, Deb. Yeah, it keeps the trolls out by having subscribers only mode turned on. So that's good. Maybe savings. I'm feeling run down, ready for bed. I have about the same steps to get. I'm so glad I have the treadmill. Yeah, I don't have a treadmill. Did you tell him 867-5309 Juju? I wasn't going to sing it. Karen, Destiny, Brian, howdy to all in the chat, driving and listening. Just be careful and thank you for joining us. I had never heard of dystonia before. I may have seen someone with it, but had no idea what they had. It is, when I first looked it up, when Brian was first diagnosed, the symptoms are very similar to Parkinson's. It's a movement disorder that affects your neck, and this has affected his eyes, his walking, obviously, his speech. I mean, it's just, and it's a progressive thing. There is no cure for it.
It can also be very painful, and I don't have that, thank goodness. I mean, it's just I've seen people that it's nasty, absolutely nasty. You know, a lot of times we go out and just to go out, and they'll ask me, "Are you okay? You okay? Is there something wrong?" I'm like, "Nope, I'm good. I just have an issue."
Oh, it
And
makes
it's
me
like,
crazy
it
because
drives me
people
nuts, but it's like,
stare. They stared him. That's why when you see him, when we're out somewhere, he holds his head. He has done this since he was diagnosed. Because when we met, he had a little tick if he looked to the left, to the right. Nope, to the right. Because your computer was here and the TV was up there, and it would be like twitches, like a robotic motion, moving his head to that one side. And I always wondered about it, but it would come and go, and then one day he came in. I was still working at the time. He came into the store I was running, and his neck was twitching bad, and it wasn't letting up. And he's like, "I need to go to a doctor." And he don't say that lightly. I had to fight with him to go to the hospital at the time. He was so sick, and he was in a state of ketoacidosis with blood sugars up over 1,000. He did not want to go to the hospital. And when he broke his right heel, his left ankle, his left wrist, he was not going to the hospital. I'm like, the hell you're not. I'm calling and you're going. But yeah, for him to say, it was just bad. But he continued to work. And at the time, anytime he would focus on something, whether it was making a pen on the lathe where you really got to be steady handed, or changing electrical lights right outside our side door or anything, he was laser focused and his head was just as still as can be. As soon as he got out of doing what he was doing, the twitching came back, and it was like, now Andy had sent me a link to the talk that Dr. Childers had done on the cruise, and you could clearly see the movement. And if it was me, I would lose my freaking mind because it's just, I know you only get what you can handle. They say, some things when you're looking from the outside in, it looks really hard to deal with. Well, I give him kudos all the time because he does have such a positive attitude about it. And even on the bad days, when, like the other day, when he broke down, I can't.
It's you get used to it, kind of. I mean, when she first noticed it a long time ago, I didn't think I had a problem. It just became an everyday thing. It became a normal thing for me, and I didn't notice anything wrong. And then she started watching, and it was getting worse. And then when it got to the point where we had family over at the house, and I was out playing horseshoes, and it was like, it hit me. It was like, there is something majorly wrong, because I was having issues majorly that day, and it didn't go away like it had in the past. Like last about 2 or 3 minutes. This lasted an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it was nonstop. And that's when it was like, all right, time to go find somebody because I had no idea what I'd done. And I believe, but I can't prove it. I'm not sure of it. Is my mother and I. Well, my mother had a car accident. I was in the car. My sister was.
You were in the back
I was
seat.
in the back seat. On my left side of my head, we got broadsided on the side in fog. We couldn't even see the other guy, and he didn't have his lights on. And we were turning into McDonald's, and my head hit the window on the left side. And did that rattle my brains? Well, I have, but it. I I don't know. I mean, my head went down my shoulder, and it was. I think it was the beginning of it, but you can't prove it,
And
and
we have asked the doctors about
it's
that
hard
too.
to say. It's hard to say.
It's
You
tough.
know, I had to deal
hard
with
to say
that.
what
That was
causes
yeah.
it.
I had to deal with that, and that was not easy either.
But at the
That
same
was
token, you had an uncle with Parkinson's
Yeah.
on your mom's
Yeah.
side. I don't know if any other he's got such a large family. It's hard to keep up with. Evelyn absolutely did. My bestie was losing her mind. Yeah. Karen. Hey, low carb spin. Oh. Karen, be careful. Justin said that's a great number to try if you're at a new store with rewards and you really to save money. Just try the local area code and 8675309. I'm not doing that. Oh, and he had a rosary tattooed on his forearm. I was like, Jesus would be upset with you. I 100% thought he was coming on to me. Oh, dang. I remember when I was a kid, I had a surgery that I had nasal polyps that I've had twice now, or twice operated on. Once when I was 13, and that's the time I'm talking about. And I lost the chat again. God bless it. There it is. So I was laying, this was a Catholic hospital, and I'm laying in this bed. It was kind of like in a hallway, and there were a couple other beds there. And this priest comes to pray over me. I thought for sure I was going to die. That was it. That was it. Like, my mom's standing there, and I'm like scared to death right now. I'm like, this is nuts. Giving me the last rites just because I'm having a surgery on my nose. That's like, no, no. Yeah, it was crazy. Good evening, Sean. Max would be happy because Brian would be on the floor with him. Yeah. Yep.
I do. I get down a lot with them.
He does. I'll tell you, my knees hurt watching him. He gets down on his knees for a period of time when he's trying to do something or if he's playing with Max. I can't even fathom getting down on my fake knees to do anything. Nope. Don't do drugs, kids. Drugs are bad. You ain't lying. Sean. Those kind of drugs, though, are great. The anesthesia. Man, this ain't going to get monetized either. The anesthesia, when you have to have surgery, is fantastic. So, it is. Seriously, no one holds a candle to Cindy. She is the best. Well, Jerry, you are so sweet. Hi, Sean and Shell. It's Steve Bradley saying hi. Hey, Joe, how are you? Sean, it's a man thing here. Men sigh. I got really lucky with this one. I got to say. It can be aggravating sometimes, but he's great. And he cheats at games.
I don't cheat.
Lynn, you already know this. You've heard it.
I don't cheat. No, I don't. Lucky as
Listen,
anything, but I don't cheat.
Finally, Jerry, finally. She's been waiting for him since this morning. Actually, since yesterday. And they fired the one and had to hire a different one. Doing fine, just miss seeing everyone from Friday Night Feast. Better pay attention to what Cindy tells you, Brian, or she'll turn that iPod off. So crazy. I typed 8675309. It didn't show up. So I got distracted and washing dishes. Prayers from both of us for both of you. Thank you, Sherry. Somebody's got to do those doggone dishes. Carl's mom's heart battery went way overdue before they got her in. His dad said if she had issues, he was going to sue the hospital for malpractice. That got them moving. Yeah, I am not beyond doing that. Trust me. You two are a hoot. We try. We try. I love all the positivity Brian posts to get my day started. Yeah. Hello, Kim. Hey, everyone. I'll be praying for you both on the 30th. I'll be celebrating my mom's and daughter's birthday that day and also a successful procedure for guinea pig. Thank you, Kim.
Yeah, I put that on because there's too much garbage on it.
Oh, my
Facebook.
goodness.
It's ridiculous.
Terrible.
I just don't even look at it, just bypass it.
Would you?
It's all fake.
Would you look at this? Sean, $50.
Jeez.
Prayers for you both. I love Brian's inspirational post.
That's right.
Yes, she is subscribed. I don't know what's going on then. I don't know. I know StreamYard's having issues. Dr. Nelson, when I was on with him yesterday, he was talking about it before we went live, and he's like, if I get lost, just keep it going, just keep talking, because he got booted off of a previous one. It was crazy. Me too, Lynn. Thanks, Brian, for sharing. Yes. You are a true pillar in this community. Well, thank you, Dustin. Thank you, Dustin. Thank you. Hi, Keto Simple. I didn't think of it that way, but it does resemble Parkinson's. Brian looks like he's having a good day today because he has not held his head once in the 38 minutes we have been on the live, which is now 46 minutes because I'm behind.
Yeah, a little bit better.
Yep. I'm catching up, daughter called. No problem. Family comes first. Sean, you are the best. Absolutely.
Probably because I haven't done too much today. I just laid back a little bit.
Charlie's here. Good evening, Cindy and Brian. Cindy, great interview with Dr. Nelson's, by the way. Just got done with HIIT class. Nice. Yeah, I didn't even see the one from this morning. I slept in and I watched the replay, and it was good too. Charlie. And then there's Jared. My dad had Parkinson's. It's horrible. It's just horrible. This surgery that they had done on him, this deep brain stimulation surgery, was actually created for people with Parkinson's. It's all very experimental for somebody with cervical dystonia and tremors. And they told him this. And before he had the surgery, we were there in a room with the doctors, the nurses, all the group of people, the team of people. And his parents were there. And they looked at Brian, they said, are you going to be okay if this corrects this by 50%? And he said, yes. Yeah. Because it was getting that bad.
But they freaked me out before that, though, because he was explaining the whole surgery, and I was going to have to be awake and everything else. I'm sitting there going, oh, man, how am I going to get through this? It's like, I don't have a choice, but I did it. I survived. I made it. The worst part was when they had to put the crown on my head.
They had to drill four holes, two here head, yeah. And two here. Yep. And I'm like, well, I'm out. They wouldn't let me stay in the room, thank goodness, because I didn't want any part of that.
The Novocaine killed me. That 4 needles in my head was like, oof. But after that, didn't feel anything. I was good to go.
That was wild. It was just crazy.
It was nuts.
Kind of like they do not know what caused my trigeminal neuralgia, but I swear it was a series of sinus infections. Anything is possible. Anything at all. Right. Another Sherry's in the house. Hello, Sherry Lynn. Good evening, everyone. And Jerry, okay, Cindy, we are fair and square. Thanks for all of your help. You sweet lady are a diamond in the room full of gems. Enjoy those quarter pounders, hugs, and kisses, dear friend. I owe you. You don't owe me anything, and thank you so much for the $25 super chat. I appreciate it. You guys are killing it. You're killing me. You're amazing, Jerry. Yeah, he's a cheater. Yay, Jerry. Cindy is more amazing, Dustin. Words can never say how much I appreciate her. Well, Jerry, you're awesome. Thank you. That Bill won't go to doctor either. It frustrates me to no end. And he has, what is it, MS, Brenda? I know he has some. He's in a wheelchair. I know. Saying hi, now I missed you all in the beginning. Darn orders. People are hungry. Yep, you have to watch the replay. But business is business. That's it.
I'll tell you though, before I even had the surgery, even thought about it, they used to go for Botox shots in my neck to help stop it.
Oh my word!
That was a challenge in itself.
This guy,
needles, I don't like needles. I had to get shots in the neck.
Now, this guy, being a type 1 diabetic, before he got on the pump, you know he had to give himself insulin shots. No question, or he'd be dead. One day before the pump, he had his stuff on the table to do a shot. And I picked up the needle, and I swear to God, he turned white as a ghost. He said, nope, put it down, put it down. When he goes for blood work, he has to lie down, or he will pass out. This is no lie. If he could handle the needle, he'd be fine. But anybody else comes at him with needles. So when they told him they had to do Botox injections in his neck, I'm thinking, this is going to be good. I should have recorded it. Typically, they have you in a chair with your head bent down because they got to pinpoint areas in the back of your neck. He's like, nope, I got to lay down. So they had him laying on his stomach with his head over the foot of the bed there at the hospital room there. And they're trying to do these shots. Well, he's a nervous wreck and he's moving. Plus, the movement of his neck didn't help. Well, the shots weren't helping. So, it was like, all right, that's not going to work. But it was a chore to get him into him because, oh my word, he's such a baby with shots. Taking a break and resting is fuel for the body. We all need to slow down sometimes. Yeah, that's what I keep saying when I don't feel good and not going walking and not making my steps and telling him the same thing. When you're tired. It's your body's way of telling you, stop, just slow down, relax, sit back, chill. It's hard to tell myself that.
And then I fall asleep on the couch. He's like, go to bed. It's 9:00. I'm like, not yet.
And then he goes right back to sleep. He'll put something on TV. Most of the time we're watching YouTube or Hulu. We don't have cable, That's like crazy.
Yeah, we like.
I ain't paying that kind of money.
We like watching the reseller shows and the Pullmans. So.
Yeah, Storage Wars is good. Yeah. But anyway, and the people that we watch on YouTube, of course. He will sit there and he'll put on what he wants to watch. And 2 seconds later, he is out. And I'm like, dude, just go to bed. No, it's too early. But you're sleeping. And I'm also loving you sharing the inspiration quotes. Yeah.
Thank you.
My father-in-law, first husband and baby daddy of my daughter, also had Parkinson's, and my ex-husband has MS. Wow. That's a whole lot of caring for. Brenda's husband has muscular dystrophy. Yeah. What? Brian says, I'm not sleeping. Yeah, he's snoring, but he's not sleeping. My granddaughter almost passed out last week. Hi, Betty. She was getting blood work done. The nurse said, next time I'll lay you down. She's 15. See, it's not just the guys, but it's mostly guys.
It works. Whatever works.
Isn't he a veteran? That's a military thing. Brian, he's not a veteran.
No, I'm a diabetic. I didn't even try. You know.
There's things that he wanted to do when he was young, and they were back then. It was like no, no, no.
Yeah, it wasn't allowed.
Sports.
Well, the sports. I actually, before I got into the post office, I thought about driving a truck for a living, and they wouldn't let me do that because, your diabetes had to be under control and the whole 9 yards. And yeah, I went for the post office. I got a better deal.
Yeah, you did. And
Right,
it's what you
yeah.
wanted to do when you
It
grew
is,
up.
yeah.
But the problem is you still haven't grown up.
No, I'm not going to.
And you're retired
Yeah,
from the post
not
office.
going
So what
to.
the heck?
I get the best world in the world.
Hi, Cindy and Brian and everyone. Hello and again. Hello, hello. So yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Wild, wild. But he'll be fine. He better be. He's got to be. And I have to be because I got to be here for him. So he's been worried about me too. It's like he asked me the other day, when is your doctor's appointment? Next week. I'm good. Next week, and I will tell her everything that's going on. I like her, so it's not an issue. And on Dr. Nelson's yesterday, I had talked about how my blood work was good. He said, "Do you know what the numbers are offhand?" I said, "Nope." So I pulled out the last 4 times I've had blood work, and everything's good. It's like crazy. I've had my fasting insulin checked. I've had my C-peptide checked, and I'm going to ask for them checked again.
Yeah.
She's really good. All I got to do is ask, and she will order it, and they get it done. Insurance pays for it. It's all good. When your doctor tells you that your blood work is better than hers, and she's quite a bit younger than I am, that's amazing. I'm okay with that. He don't want to be picked up?
No, backing away.
Wow, he's temperamental, man. He's trying to pick Max up. Max keeps running from him. He's like, I don't want to be on TV. He's been had. There you go, Lynn. There you go. I go to Madison Family Clinic. They're all APRNs, and they are fantastic. And Evelyn says, Max, baby. Look in here. Look in here.
Can't see.
I know, you can't see. Sherry says, Max, baby. He's like, this is bull crap. I haven't had my walk today.
Yeah, totally fine.
He's like, this is ridiculous.
Yep.
Brian takes him out for a little walk. I can't go for a walk with them. They walk too slow. I can't. We go for a walk, but this one stops every 2 seconds. Oh, you're giving Mama kisses. And it's just, God bless. And I know dang well he ain't peeing every time he stops and hikes his leg, because there's just no way. But he's crazy. But he takes him out very short time because he gets out of breath, and it's he does his thing. He poops.
Yeah, we used to walk probably about a half mile around the block, and not
Well, it's
anymore.
too hot for him,
yeah,
too.
it's too hot right now, but even still, he's. I think because he can't see too well, from heading into the sun, he has a hard time. We turn around, going back where we just came from, then he starts running like he's 2 years old. It's like, slow down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you see Amy put a comment up here? She's getting on the treadmill, so she needs 4,000 steps, and we can't stop the live stream until she's done.
We have to. We got to go out and get the storage unit. We got to go get something.
We have 2 orders that we got to pick that came through that we need to go to storage and pick up. But it's open 24/7
Yeah.
to start.
Yeah.
See a French bulldog, Pierre. Max is not. He's a Tibetan Spaniel. Oh, let's talk weather for a minute. It is 4 p.m. and 109 degrees. It has gone up 3 degrees just since we have been on this live. You know, I watched Wendy today and her talking about 117 degrees. Good Lord. No. Took a picture the other day. Brian was walking Max. They saw in the picture, I sent it to my daughter-in-law showing her the clouds. She said, "Oh, your neighbor is walking his doggy. Cute." You've got your picture taken.
Yeah,
you
she
didn't
stopped.
even know it's
Yeah, no, I did because she stopped in the middle of the road and was looking right at us. There was a cloud behind us.
Mm-hmm. Sherry. But yeah, I went out this morning. It was what, 9:30?
Yeah, about that.
I went out for a walk. I told him, I said, if it starts raining, you better come and get me. When I left, it was drizzling. And I said, I did a little recording that I'll put on the thing for my 2-day 10,000 total. Because I made that. That's not a problem. But I did a little thing. I'm out for a walk. I'm staying close in case it just opens up. But it was dark clouds out. Now it's blue skies, cloudy, but blue skies and
It was funny the other night because
nice out.
we were sitting here and she's like, when it was daytime, she's like, it's pouring in the back. It's pouring outside. I said, it's pouring in the back. It ain't doing anything in the front. It was cut off right at the house. It was amazing.
Weird.
It was amazing.
Sherry, are you feeling hot? it's a heck of hot, like Wendy says. I've been to Arizona when it was 117 degrees, very hot, just like our 90 at 100% humidity. You can have all that humidity. We have enough. It's wild. It's wild. So Debbie and her daughter are coming here this weekend on her way taking her daughter home, who's been spending a couple weeks with her. She does every year right after her birthday. She goes to spend time with her mom. So I'll get to see them, and that'll be fun. And we have the live stream Friday night. They'll be here sometime Friday. Then we'll have ours Wednesday. And the following Friday, I have Dave Mack coming on. It's like, woo, get some of the big guns in here. April 29th, oh no, then the 25th of July, Terry Least is coming back. The 1st and the 8th of August, there will not be one. Because I will, possibly on the 1st, depending on what time, when this girl's picking me up. But I'm going to Texas for that bowling tournament. So I may or may, right now I have no one scheduled for the 1st. And I believe she said she'll pick me up Sunday morning. If that's the case, I need to get somebody for the 1st. There definitely won't be one the 8th. That's our last day of bowling down at Fort Worth. And then we'll be starting to ride home, stopping at a hotel halfway home, and then, or a third of the way, because it's going to be not sure what time. But we should be back sometime on the 9th. And then August 29th, Dr. Nelson's coming on. So I got a date from him yesterday before we ended our conversation backstage. So the 15th, 22nd, I have no one. The 1st, I have no one so far. I turn the AC on. It's 4-season room to walk on the treadmill. You know, our AC is always on. And it's all good. It's like opening the oven door. Whoo! Love Dave Mack. I have seen quite a few of his interviews, and they're good. just hit me today in my 6-year Arizona anniversary. 6 years today. Wow. 6 years in Arizona. Time to move. Out of the heat. Into the humidity. Our central air is on, but we have a window AC unit for the porch. Gotcha. Gotcha. Right, Cindy. That's right. Time to move. That's it. So I actually watched a video that Carrie Mann put up talking about Alex, somebody that just passed away. Somebody to help me out with his last name. He was carnivore, and he just, on the 6th, he passed away peacefully, and nobody knew why. Nobody knows. I don't know what he's up to.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's last name. I really can't. Oh, Brian's got some more designs. He went to find the cutting boards. 6 years, what's that? I'm on year 2 and getting anxiety about moving next year. Woo! Where are you moving to now, Juliana? Her husband is in the military. I bet that's a chore. Here's the, what does that say down here? Looks like this says words. Here's the one design. Isn't that cool? Rocket.
Spatial.
Whatever. It's a rocket. It's whatever. Sasquatch. Bigfoot.
Cooking meat over a grill in the forest.
See that? That's Brian's buddy. He wants to find him so bad.
Had to have fun. AI's a little fun.
It is. He created the keto gnome.
Yep.
Yep. It can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I haven't been doing too much of that. Been more in
Amy
the garage trying to straighten things out.
Amy said, love him, Brian. He has plans to do something for everybody. Alex Cannon. Yeah. Thank you, Karen. No clue. Just I know where I am, how to navigate without a GPS, and bumped into people I know. Must be time to go soon. I can't even imagine that life of moving around.
Yeah.
I hate moving to begin with, but that would, yeah, I would imagine you get used to it. So I don't know. Maybe you'll come to Kentucky. There you go. Do you do any Star Wars designs? He actually did one for, well, you did Darth Vader for Hope and Andy. And it turned out pretty cool. I'm not a mover. I lived in my previous house for 40 years. It was a really stressful move, but the best thing I ever did. Yeah. Hello, Stacy. We're here. I was making egg pudding and CCN raspberry jelly. Ken's doing the dishes. Slave driver you are, Stacy. I love it, but don't like that messy middle feeling. Yeah. Those are cool. My daughters were nicknamed Sasquatch and Yeti before they were born. They didn't have a chance. We were at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Had a kiddo born there. Whoa. Nice. Stacy and Ken. So, yeah.
I mean, they did the show Finding Bigfoot in the southeast corner of the state over here once. They were on their trail.
He wants to find him.
I'll go looking for him. What the heck?
I'm manifesting. Dear Lord, send me back to Hawaii. There you go. You know where you're going, Juju. No. You know, he likes to eat it. He's got to eat. He's got to work for his food. That's what it is. Brian's good though. He usually dries the dishes, but I've been really slacking since I haven't been feeling good. And he's been loading the dishwasher. Excuse me. He's been loading the dishwasher, washing the things that don't go in, drying them, putting them back in the wrong spot. You know, all the things. All the things. I'm so spoiled I can say back. Yep. Hey, Terry. I caught a little bit of your live with the ladies the other night. A little bit of it. Is anybody else going to see Ash and Chris on Saturday in Ohio? We are not, because it's just a bit far. Hi, Terry. Hello, Terry. Yeah, it'll be good. You'll have fun. They put on such a great show, Evelyn. It's fantastic. We've been to a couple of theirs, and it's just wonderful. We don't vacation. We just visit places 3 years at a time. Does he ever go to the same place twice? There's a good one. People keep trying to get me to get a job. I knew. Thanks, Cindy and High Rock and Keto Amy and Evelyn. You're welcome, Terry. We'll get Terry back on here too. That was fun. We had planned to go on Saturday, but now we're not sure we can do it. If you haven't been to one of their shows, Stacy, you're missing out. Juliana said, not yet. New Jersey, Georgia, Hawaii, Kentucky, Texas, New York, Virginia. Wow. Well, but now I have a handyman coming to work that day. "15 years. Woo. Yeah, Kim, what happened to you at the Eaton meetup? I was told you were going to be there, and then you were missed. You were missed. 10 more minutes, I have 1,000 steps, and I'm getting about 1,000 steps per 10 minutes. Well, then you can finish off mine for me. Just send me the info, and that'll work. I'm good with that. Just dropped a warrant officer packet. He's semi-qualified for. Keep us in your prayers, please. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. The board is any day now. Wow. Good luck with all that. If you hear that, Max is eating. And it's right there.
Yep, he got his treat now. He's getting his food.
Terry's voting for Hawaii for you, Juju. If it hasn't happened yet, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I can do all of them. All of them crossed. Warrant officer equals promotion, money, and a better retirement. Very good. That's awesome. I know my son passing his journeyman's license for Massachusetts for his job. They had told him that he would be making X amount, whatever. And he was a little disappointed because he didn't get an increase what they said it was going to be. So the last I talked to him, they're trying to get more. So for him, he's the only one that does part of the job, and nobody else is qualified. Yeah, prayers he gets the promotion. Absolutely. So. Terry saying hi to Lynn. So we show them what you made.
That's up to you. Oh,
So
what the hell?
I don't know
You're
if
on
it's only one. You only made one, right? So Lynn had posted when she got her. It's on my book over there by the yarn on the couch, sitting right on top of that where the scissors are. Anyway, Lynn had posted the cutting board and the keto chow and the electrolytes that I sent her. She said, now I'm an official member of the Hail Raisers or something like that. So Brian got really clever. And I talked to Lynn about this too. I showed her pictures of it. He created this.
The light bulb went off my head.
I don't know if you can see it. It has Lynn's name on the top. It says Hail Raisers, member since 6/2025, which is when we started talking about all this. And on the back, what the hail? The plan is to make one of these for everybody and mail them out. So, yeah, it's cool.
It was funny because she said something about that. Like, where's my membership card? And it was like, hey, I can do that. I went in there. She didn't even know that I made one. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, look. He's like, what the heck?
Stacy said, my deceased husband worked for Delta, and that waiting for transfer orders is stressful. Is it too late to get in the walking challenge? Never, never, just no, never too late. Never too late to get movement in. He has the actual qualifications in his job, but on paper it doesn't look exactly like it, so hopefully he got someone on his side when they look at the paperwork. You know, paperwork only shows so much. It's crazy. Bob never get to stepping. That's right. That's hilarious. I love that. Sean says, oh, I love it. Eva says, membership cards. Andy, I want a membership card. That's great. Yes, there's the membership card I was teasing you about. So cool. Yeah, I sent her pictures of it. I said, shh. So that's the only one he has made up right now. So, yeah. Andy said, I'll put it proudly in my wallet. Hail Raiser. Hail Raiser. Hello, Bob and Donna. My terrific life of manifesting so hard, I bought a passion fruit vine this spring. Known in Hawaii as Lilikoi. Thank you for that. Best salad dressing I ever had. Lilikoi vinaigrette. And Sean, almost a full year, member for 11 months. You're rock, buddy. Thank you. Your picture's in my kitchen on the cutting board for all to see. Yeah. That could be a scary thought first thing in the morning, you know. Hey, Terry. Andy is at 8 months. Yep. Guys, rock. All of you. Wow. If I missed anybody in there, please, please let me know. What's the name of your Facebook group, Cindy? Cindy's Keto Support Page. It's actually, the link is in the description of most all of my videos, too. Just got to answer a few questions. Promise that you won't cause any problems. All the normal kind of stuff. But it's like, I just put it up there to post a positivity quote every day. Well, he's been beating me to all that. But I have a calendar that's like, I'm going to have to get a new one or just get them online or something. Because I've started using this like the middle of last year, so I'm probably repeating some of them now.
Probably.
But it's just a continual. There's no years or anything. And so I just put a quote up there every day. Oh, I'm in it. It just wasn't letting me search. Well, that's not right. Well, shoot. No rebel raising. No, hell raising is okay, but rebel raising, that's it. I'm out. I should change the name of it. I don't know if I can though. Facebook's crazy.
Yeah.
I should put Cindy's Hellraiser group. Hail raising group. How'd your puppy do with fireworks? He did fine because he can't hardly hear anything. They're still shooting them here. Luckily, my dog doesn't mind them. Yeah, Max, he's so hard of hearing, you know, even the loud booms didn't affect him. So, I mean, that I'm all for shenanigans. You should be able to change it. I changed my Facebook group name. Cindy's Hellraisers. But I got to keep keto in there somehow. You know, it's funny because being on Dr. Nelson's, they say, how long have you been carnivore? Never. When they asked me about a little bio about myself, and oh my God, Karen, don't do it. My son's girlfriend is talking gastric bypass. Nope, 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 nope. God bless.
That's a mistake.
I know it.
Something you don't want to do. It's easier to do this. Not safe.
I just told her I was on the live stream. Juju said mine got out of the crate and got himself locked in the kids' room and tore up the car. Oh my goodness. That's not good. First time any dog of ours has ever damaged property. Ooh. Goodness. We did BBBE. That's carnivore. That was 30 days. 31 days in the past. But yeah, it's just funny because that's what they ask you, you know, all these groups, a lot of them, they assume you're carnivore. I'm like, no, I just like pulling people's chains. I just want to be included, that's all. Please, Tiger, don't worry. God, it's the worst thing I ever did. Oh no, hate that. Yep. My what? Cindy's Hail Raising Keto Crew. There you go. Carnivore's keto, low carb. Low carb. It's all the ketogenic way of eating. It's all inclusive. So, hell yeah, it's keto with Cindy. She's going to come up with a bunch. My phone is going to be blowing up with messages from Juliana saying, how about this? How about this? How about this? And that's all good. Did Amazon Prime Day get anyone else? Nope. Absolutely. I didn't see anything I wanted or needed. So, no. Cindy and the Keto Hellraisers. I'm telling you, you watch. Yep. It's funny. But yeah. It's almost an hour and a half. Amy, are you done yet? Not yet, Stacy. Yeah, I looked today. I didn't see anything interesting that we didn't already have, and we certainly didn't need. I ordered some birthday gifts, and Amy just finished. Now, will you get back on and finish mine? Just saying, as a friend, you know, you got this. Now, one day Amy had 20,000 some steps in there. That's crazy. She's an overachiever. Raising hail on keto with Cindy and the guinea pig.
Squeak, squeak.
Mm-hmm. I have pretty much everything. Exactly. No, I'm about to collapse. You are on your own. Well, fine. There's a lot I want, but no place to put more stuff. Let me tell you, I have gotten so much yarn with Joann's closing. And it's all Debbie's fault. Just saying, right off the bat, it's her fault.
It's not just that.
We kept going to Joanne's.
we
I had
had-
gotten these. Hold on. I had gotten these units to put together in my closet in the spare where our computers are. It's a spare bedroom, but it's our office basically. That's where my rebounder is, my vibration plate is. We each have a computer in there. Brian's craft table's there for making his models. Everything's in there. But I put this unit together, and it is packed full of yarn, and it goes from the floor up to the shelf above it. On top of that, on that shelf, there are multiple jigsaw puzzles that have not been opened. We have a lot of cross stitch patterns that have never been opened.
Yeah.
I have a lot of diamond painting patterns that haven't been opened. Some that I've started and haven't finished. We are constantly doing something. And then we're doing the eBay thing.
The reselling, yeah, that's. I mean, it's nuts because we have a storage unit and we got to empty it out by the end of the month so we can save $60 a month, and it's coming into the garage, so it's already half full, and I got to put in another
5 racks.
5 racks, and it's like we're working on it slow but sure. But yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Well, those 2 tables aren't going to stay
No,
up.
the tables
so
are going to disappear. Make a little bit more room.
I had 20K steps getting my house ready for a party. Yeah. Now, I respect office hours on Facebook. No text before 10 a.m. and not after 9 p.m. unless known you're awake. I am awake till 1 a.m.
and then some.
Most all the time.
And then some.
Juju says, squeak, squeak. And crochet. No. Crochet. Debbie just taught me actually in 2019 to crochet. And it's not perfect, but it's something to do. And I enjoy it. It's relaxing. So dishcloths are fun.
I mean, I like
There's
doing.
one over there.
Yeah, I like doing one back in the day. It was called Artec. It was, you had cloth and they had patterns on the cloth. You had a little tube of paint with a roller on it, and you just painted that way. I love doing that, but they stopped making that. So
I never knew that.
After that, I
Still trying
got
to
into
figure out
cross
a
stitch.
blackberry cobbler. I just got 10 packs of blackberry in and a big bag of chocolate. Now, here's my dilemma. After I had that keto chow and went straight out for the walk, I got so sick. I wound up, it just came right back up. So I'm thinking, and the last few times I've had keto chow ice cream for dinner, I wind up the next day getting emptied out, if you know what I mean. Too much information, I know. But I cannot be sensitive to keto chow because, I have a ton of it. Brian says, you ain't giving it away.
Over my dead body.
So I got to figure it out. I got to figure out what's been bugging me this past week. So, and I haven't eaten much to figure it out. So it's like today we had bought a pack of beef bottom round, real thin cut steaks, real thin.
It's like steakums.
Right. They're not quite as thin as those, but close. So it was one pack. It was like a 1.2 pounds. So we each had about 6 ounces of that with eggs. That was what we had to eat today so far.
So that's it so far.
And that didn't bother me. I've actually felt pretty good after that.
Oh, maybe a few handfuls of cashews. But
not for me.
Me.
I have not snacked on anything since May.
I'm the walk by grab.
He's
I'm a thief of the night with cashews.
Now, you got to remember, when you go get your A1C done next Thursday, tomorrow, and it goes up, you're going to wonder why.
It's already gone up before that.
When it keeps going up, you're going to wonder why, dude.
Wow, I can't get the numbers down. No.
It ain't just that. That's because you keep doing drive-by cashews.
I'm not doing drive-by cashews all day.
Between that and in the mornings, bologna and cheese every morning.
I'm out of bologna, so I'm all right on that now.
Oh, my goodness. This man is like, he can't stop. Every time you put something in your mouth, it's a meal. You got to consider it a meal. Dr. Barry said so. 6.6. See? That's because of your drive-by cashews. They're
No.
really high in
No.
carbs. Yes. Dude,
My sugar's been going up every afternoon. You know that. You see it. I'm not doing anything.
fix
to
the
eat anything.
numbers.
I'm trying, but I'm not supposed to touch it, remember?
Well, you know.
I've been disqualified for touching the numbers.
Disqualified.
That's going to come to an end. because
You've
I
been
can't take it.
disqualified?
Yep. I've been thrown out of the party. No.
See, his insulin pump. His doctor doesn't want him to mess with the numbers. They're pre-programmed in there. And he can, is it the basal or the bolus that you can adjust?
The basal.
Okay.
I can do both.
I don't know.
I can do
But
the
that's the
whole thing,
one,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Trying to get the numbers down when they go high.
The problem is when he does that, there's pee on the floor.
Okay.
When he does that,
Yeah.
it's over by the closet door. Daggone dog peed on the floor. Anyhow, when he does that, a lot of times his sugars wind up going too low. And then his pump shuts off to catch up. And then when it kicks back on, then his sugars are crazy high because now he's gone a period of time with no insulin. It's a losing battle sometimes. It's like crazy. Life of a type 1 diabetic. I saw those. They are nice. Yes. I've been crocheting for 20 years, but was trying to learn how to knit and started a YouTube channel instead. There you go. Good night, Karen. This is my son's everybody in the chat talk to this woman, Karen. This is my son's girlfriend that just texted me about gastric bypass. Don't do it, Karen. The worst mistake I ever made in my entire life.
You get more problems.
Change what you're eating and you'll be fine. She had her gallbladder out. She has a problem with meats and sometimes and fatty meats, but there's ways around that. You can eat other things, but don't do it. I kid you not. I don't even know why Jason would even entertain that thought. It was the biggest mistake of my life.
Don't make us come up
Other than marrying my first two husbands, but those were big mistakes. I got a pound of Redmond, some Quest chips, and fingerless weightlifting gloves. Otherwise, nothing tickles my pickle. It's because you're a YouTuber too. It's a time suck. It's a time suck. Okay. No, I really enjoy. I've made time to crochet almost nightly because it is so relaxing. My poor puppy, I am taking off my polish and drop the lid. My Jenna May immediately picks up anything that has fallen. Before I could say no, she tried to pick it up. Uh-oh. See, y'all are my witness. 1 a.m. Got it. Not a problem. If I don't, what, Brian? I learned to knit at the USO. My left-handed mother broke me. Interesting. But these lovely ladies work with TBI patients and didn't give up on me. Good. Yeah, Debbie tried to teach me how to knit. I'm like, nah. I hate to say this, but I started gaining weight after starting keto chow. I love it, but my sister said she gained weight on it too. Yeah. This is my son, Jason. You all have seen him. A lot of you have seen him when he was on. He still needs to come on someday to tell his full story. Took me a year. I'm a little backwards, but we are making it work. Yeah, I get it. Have you tried the different varieties? Core, unsweetened. I'm going to. I bought 2 packs of chocolate core, unsweetened, and I have some liquid allulose that I could add to it. So, yeah. Lower the butter or whatever fat you're using. I was only using 2 tablespoons of butter. I wasn't doing the full 4. This time I used all 4. But then I do the collagen in it and I do mix-ins with it. I have a chocolate malt ice cream in the freezer. I don't know if we're going to do those tonight. I don't know. Jason and Karen are in here. And he's saying hi. No, Evan, because I like the sweetened ones. Jason, why would you ask Karen to ask me about gastric bypass? Terrible idea. Jason, eating right is a better idea. Way less invasive. It might be once a month treat. Yep. Hello, Karen. Drive by cashews. That's Brian. Every day.
What the hell?
Cindy, you can't be allergic to keto chow. You're right. Try one of the older flavors made without the fat, just the keto chow, and see what happens. That's an idea because, it could be fat bothering my stomach. Evelyn. I heard Chris say some people say add gelatin to keto chow. It makes pudding. I have some of that in the refrigerator, actually. I need to eat because he won't. Where's Max? He's down here on the floor. Little bad boy just peed on the floor. Keto. She's my future wifey. Yep. They won't. Yep. She's the best thing that ever happened to my son. Karen is. Nice. Karen, please do not do it. Listen to Cindy and many others. Go back and watch my story, my video, Karen, about my gastric bypass. Oh, yeah. Hi, Karen. Cindy knows. Don't do it. My husband is keto with no gallbladder. It will get better. Yep. Yes, there are many around not eating fatty meat. Look at me. Yep. Sherry doesn't even like meat so much. There's another one, Karen. Don't do it. Gut mutilation. My mistake. Yep. So many of us have done it, Karen. It's no fun. I asked my surgeon about 90-year-olds with a gastric bypass. What's the success rate? She was absolutely speechless. I had zero data. That was what I needed to make the choice to say no. I'll tell you, when I had mine, it was in 2007. And I was trying to run away from family history of heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, which I already had. I mean, just so much. And that was the only way I could see it. And I tried all the diets. I tried all the things. And this one, he's like, you don't need to do it for me. I love you the way you are. But I didn't love myself. And I needed to do something for me. But I'm telling you, I wish every day that I hadn't done it. Because there are repercussions from that surgery that you just don't even understand. It's crazy. Oh, sweet girl Jen had that. She regretted it. Causes you not to be able to get nutrients from your food. Yeah, I take supplements every day. Hi, Jason. I'm down any day during the week. I only charge $40 an hour. Yep. Hi, Brenda. My 2 cents. Keto chow is a meal, not a snack. So if you add another meal to your day, it could lead to weight gain. I make 2 creamies per keto chow for ice cream and only use 2 tablespoons. I'll find her the rest of it. I can take care of me now, but what happens when I'm 90? She has zero data. Things get harder as we age. Sarcopenia is real. It scared me. There is no data long term. I would imagine 2 tablespoons of butter. I was eating half an ice cream creamy, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. We eat the one, We eat one as a meal.
That's it. That's
That
all we
that
have.
I don't have anything else with it. We do the mix-ins, various types, and like I said, I add collagen to it when I mix it. But other than that,
That's pretty much it. I mean, well, I periodically will have something else after that. My sugar starts dropping, and it's like there's times where I go a little too low, and I'll get myself back to normal, have a little something to make it through the night. But it's not often. That's just me.
yeah, I mean that I've told Chris Bear this before. If he puts the full amount of the total carb count after all the stuff that's in it, the collagen, the everything, and the full amount of carbs in, his sugars will drop. He has to go. That's the one thing he goes with net carbs on. There might be others I don't even know, but how it affects. But we don't eat anything else with it. So
No, I mean we do mix-ins, but well, I do mix-ins. Sometimes she does. But
no,
mixing
but
it
I'm
pretty good.
saying that
But
she's
yeah,
half one. I can eat most of the time. I can eat the whole thing with no problem. I didn't tell her to, but I have her back regardless, Mama. Jason, I am telling you.
don't do
Remember,
it.
let me just tell you this and shake your memory here. Remember the day you came into the living room at the house in New Hampshire and you gave me a kiss on the forehead and I was sweating so badly. And you went in and got the meter for me to check my blood sugars. And I was at 49. That was all caused from a gastric bypass. Yeah, I'm just telling you.
And it
You
can do a
remember
lot,
that.
and it can do a lot worse than that.
There's a blog on that in that video description that tells the horror stories that people have gone through. And this is no part medical advice for YouTube community here. I am not trying to, this is my experience. I am not a medical professional, none of that. But there are people that have suffered brain damage. There are people that had to have their pancreas removed after gastric bypass. So many things. And I found that blog after I started having these issues. When I told my doctor about it and I told him how I found that information, he says he looked it up and he found the same blog that I had found. And he says, I think you're right. And I had to learn how to adjust, how to handle it. But it is not good for your body whatsoever. They cut off your stomach, they staple it, they reroute your intestines. It is so invasive. It's horrible. And yeah, Adrian Gledhill talks about it too. There's so many. You get plenty of fat in your other food. You don't need it in your keto chow, right? Well, that's just it. I don't eat it with anything else. So there is no fat. But I take supplements for vitamins, so I really probably shouldn't even worry about that part. Stacy doesn't have a gallbladder either, and she eats just fine. My heart just skipped a beat. I let my kitties out of their room and had forgotten to close the doggy door. I closed the door, but my little girl Missy had snuck out and was trying to get back in. Ooh. Thankfully, she's back in. I can take care of me now, but what happens when I'm 90? She had zero data. Things get harder as we age. Sarcopenia is real. Yep. I backtracked somewhere. They're hiding that data. Yeah. 2 tablespoons of butter. Sorry, I can't type. There's times that words are hard for me, so it's all good. Now, I'm saying I get it, but a lot do have it as an extra, not a meal. I'm taking it with me to Yellowstone next month in my coffee using Keto Brains as my fat source. Yep. See, I don't do coffee. So that surgeon don't care. He needed the money. Yep. I'm contacting our trip planner tomorrow. If I order some backpack meals that are keto friendly, can I mail them to them to bring. I will not eat their poison. Where's backpack meals? I don't know. You would have to pack those so good in like dry ice or something. I don't know. I can't do keto chow. I have to do Equip. I have that too. In fact, I have mixed them and it's really good. I'm just saying too much fat can cause the digestive issues. I get it. I get it. All right, Mother, I got to go. Let me know when you want to do my whole story. Maybe come up with some questions before we do it so I know more of what to talk about. Your life. That's it. You've lived it. But Jay, if you're still in here, I'm not trying to tell her what to do. However, from my experience, I wouldn't even entertain the thought because it is so dangerous and so many bad problems come from it. They provide the food, but not my food. Next Mile meals are keto friendly, or just add water. Jason says, "Love you all." I love you, Jay.
You too. Good night.
They told me starting carnivore I would have poop issues, but none yet. It's only been a few days. Hello, listening for a while. Just made a chocolate malt keto chow with chocolate Equip. Does that mute the malt flavor, Steph? I love the malt flavor. The chocolate flavor is very muted, but I love the malt flavor. Hello, Steph. It will keep me on plan and not sick. My husband is keto by choice. I cannot eat soy, gluten, potato, corn, etc. Messes with my lupus. Oh, I get it. I would just take things that are shelf-stable that you can have. You know, keto brick, if you can stomach those nasty things. There you go. Also, good night, Brenda. Yeah, I think the combo works. Okay, good. Good to know. Expensive, but 1,000 per person trip we are getting for free. I'll bring your own food. Yeah. I don't blame you. We have to fly there plus the packing list. Yep. That should prove to be interesting. But yeah, you gotta put food on there. Get you some dry ice and pack it in it, because that would help. That would work. All right, we've been at this almost 2 hours. Surprise, surprise. And I gotta go. We have got to get to storage before it gets too much later. If I can just ship it to them, I'm here for it. Yep. There you go. I brought keto chow, keto brick, keto brains, and my own coffee on the cruise. Cindy's, what the hell, keto clutch? Amy, if you don't have tour steps you're out of luck. If you don't have your steps in, woo! Wow. Have a great night, everyone. Yeah, she was done. Then I tried to get her to do mine, and she wouldn't do it. So, Again, if Sean, you're still here, Jerry, thank you so much for the super chats. I can't tell you how much I appreciate all of you and all my members and all the hail raisers that join us every week. It's really great. Words are hard. Typing is hard. I get it. Every time I try to get to your keto page, it tells me this content isn't available. They are full of beans and apple butter. Just if we're friends on Facebook, Kim, if not, send me a friend request and then I'll send you an invite to come in. It's all right. I got to figure that out. That's crazy. It is a private group, but to get in, all you should have to do is answer a few questions. That's not hard. I just got some apple butter. Makes it even funnier. All righty. Everybody in here, thank you so much for joining us. No sugar added to boot. There you go. Anyway, everybody have a great night. We need to get to storage, get a couple things out so I can pack them up for shipping tomorrow and everything. Hellraisers unite. That's right. Love you, my special friends. We love you too, Sherry. Thank you so much. Bye, Steph. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. And enjoy your chocolate malt keto chow because sounds good. We love you too, Juliana. Thank you so much. Good night, Bob, Donna, whichever one this is. Good night, or both of you, and have a great one. I can't spell. It's all right. It happens to the best of us. Y'all have a great one. We will see you next what? No, actually, we'll see you Friday night with Dr. Childers. I'll find out before the live stream. Good night, everyone. Enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Cindy. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.